We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about fundamental of machine design. I'm just sharing the screen. Now, introduction of machine design. So first of all, we have to learn what is machine. So the machine is nothing but the word taken from the Latin word machina, and machine is made of mechanism that works together to satisfy a requirement of what a machine needs to accomplish. That means every machine is designed to do some specific work. So that's the thing of the machine. And design is a plan or drawing produced to show the how it looks, how it functions, or working of any other. You can say it's a building, garment, and any other things before it is made. Next term is industrial drafting, and drafting is the creation of a drawing or other graphical representation of a building, mechanical device, or other structure for the purpose of determining how the device would be created. So there are 2 terms, one is design and second one is drafting. So drafting is used as a part of the design, right? So drafting is nothing but the intermediate between designer and the manufacturer, right? Design is nothing but you can say it's a decision making process. Generally we have numbers of problems and every problems needs to design a solution. In other words, to design is a formulate a plan to satisfy a particular need and to create something with a physical reality. Suppose if we consider an example, the design of a chair. To design a chair, we have to consider numbers of parameters, such as the purpose for which the chair is to be designed, such as whether it is used for a easy chair, for office chair, or for dining table chair. Whether the chair is to be designed for a grown-up person or a child. Third parameter, material, cost, strength, and finally looks. So these all parameters should be considered before doing the designing of a chair. So let's say everyone is involved in design in one way or the other way in our daily lives, because problems are posed and they need to be solved. Now, what is machine design? So it's nothing but the combination of machine and design, but you can say machine design is defined as the use of principal technical information and imagination in the description of a machine or a mechanical system to perform specific function with maximum economy and efficiency. Here 3 words are having significant effect in this definition. One is scientific principle, second one is technical information, and third one is imagination. This use of these 3 terms for the complete description of a machine, and that machine is designed for specific function with maximum economy and efficiency. Next is types of design. First one is adaptive design. Adaptive design is based on existing design. For example, standard products and standard system that are adapted for new application, right? Conveyor belts, some bolts, some you can say nuts. They are nothing but adopting the old design for the new application. This is nothing but the adaptive design. Second one is developmental design. In developmental design, the old design is adopted with some minor changes. So in developmental design, we are just doing some minor changes in old design. Third one is new design. New design is an entirely new one but based on existing scientific principle, technical information, and the imagination. Right. The next one is rational design. This design is based on determining the stress and strain of the components and thereby deciding their dimension. So here the word comes stress and strains. So we are going to use this rational design in our subject, fundamental of machine design. Next one is empirical design. This design is based on empirical formula, which in turn is based on previous experience and experiments. Right. So for example, we can say when we tighten a nut on a bolt, pole existed on a stress induced cannot be determined exactly because it varies from person to person, it varies from environment condition, it varies from that particular application. So that force may be given by, suppose P is equal to 284 into D, where D is nothing but the bolt diameter in mm and P is the applied force. Right. So this relation is P is equal to 284 into D. That is nothing but the empirical relation. This relation is not having any scientific background, but this is based on previous experience or experiments. Next one is industrial design. Industrial design is based on industrial consideration and norms. Right. So every industry having its norms. Every country is having its norm for a particular industry. So when we follow these norms for designing any product or when designing any machine, that is called industrial design. Next is general consideration in machine design. Before going for any design, we have to consider some criteria, right? So first one is type of load and stresses caused by the load. So which type of load is acting on a part? That is very important parameter. It's a tensile load, it's a bending, it's an compressive load. So first of all, we have to identify which type of load is acting on the particular component and which type of stress is produced for that particular load. Second is motion of the parts, or you can say kinematics of the machine. So motion of the parts is also very important. Third one is selection of material. It is based on the force, it is based on the strength, it is based on the cost, it's based on the weight, right? So before selecting any material, we have to select the optimize the weight and strength ratio. So selection of material is also one important parameter. The next one is form and size of the parts. It is also important parameter. Form, that means how it going to be shaped or look, and size, because here size in every machine we have some limitation in you can say size parameter also. Like if you are going to design IC engine and for the bike, and for that we have limitation. We cannot design IC engine look like four-wheeler components for the four-wheeler component, right? So we have limitation in regards to the size also. Next one is frictional resistance and lubrication. So it is more important parameter for that. If we can say, suppose again I am taking the example of IC engine, and that there is a cylinder and crank, cylinder and piston, and that piston and cylinder having a relative motion, and there is a chance of high temperature. So for that we require lubrication. So for that we have to also calculate all these parameters before going to start a design. Next one is the convenient and economical features, right? The features should be convenient to use and it should be economical. Use of standard parts, again it's the standardization, because it's give us interchangeability, then it will reduce the cost, right? It will also have in maintenance. Next one is safety of operation, because every machine is going to be used by human being, and the safety of human being is very important. Next one is workshop facilities. Suppose you design a part which have a hole of 1 mm, but the workshop facility is available for the manufacturer that cannot produce that 1 mm hall. It have only capacity of 2 mm hall. So you have to identify the limitation of the workshop facility before going to start your design. Next one is number of machine to be manufactured. How many numbers? Because it's just a number game. When you increase the number, it will reduce your cost. Cost of construction, again, cost is also main parameter. And next one is assembling. Assembling is also one most significant parameter in design, because sometimes it happens net is manufacturing other company, bolt is manufactured by other company. So both companies should follow your perfect design, so nut and bolt can easily assemble. So this is nothing but the general consideration in machine design. Next is general procedure in machine design. For machine design, first of all, you have to identify the need. What are the needs for particular component for particular machine? Then you have to go for the synthesis. This is nothing but the path function and the work function. So we have to give the motion analysis and path analysis for that machine. And next one is analysis of forces. After that, we have to go for the identify the forces and the stress caused by that force. Then next is material selection. After identifying the force and stress strain, you can go for the selection of the material, and then go for the design of elements. This design of elements, it may be a rational design, it may be adaptive design. Then next one is modification. If in design of elements, if we face the failure, then if maybe you can increase the dimension or reduce the dimension. Maybe you have to change the material, maybe you have to change synthesis. So modification is required. After that, if you complete the design, if you're satisfied with this design, then you have to go for the detailed drawing, and that detailed drawing is going for the production. So this is nothing but the general procedure in machine design. So this is all about the introduction of machine design. Thank you.